Hey everyone, and welcome back to Review Lens. Today we're talking about Training Day, the 2001 crime thriller directed by Antoine Fuqua and starring Denzel Washington and Ethan Hawke. If you're into intense, gritty, action-packed dramas with complex characters, you've probably either seen this movie or heard about it. But if not, trust me, you'll love it. Let's break it down. Right off the bat, the star of this movie is Denzel Washington as Detective Alonzo Harris. And when I say star, I mean he owns this movie. Washington plays a corrupt, street-smart narcotics officer who's both charismatic and terrifying. This is hands down one of his best performances, and it's no surprise that he won an Oscar for it. Alonzo isn't your typical bad guy. He's charming, clever, and sometimes even likable, which makes him even scarier because you never know what he's going to do next. One minute, he's cracking jokes and teaching you the ropes, and the next minute, he's reminding you that he's running the show, and no one's safe. On the flip side, we've got Ethan Hawke as Jake Hoyt, the rookie cop who's trying to prove himself on his first day in Alonzo's unit. Hawke plays the good guy role perfectly. You feel his tension, his confusion, and his growing fear as the day spirals out of control. Jake starts out as an idealistic, by-the-book cop, but working with Alonzo shows him just how gray and messy things can get in the streets. Some reviewers have said this is actually the story of Hoyt. You tell me what you think. One of the coolest things about Training Day is how it all takes place in a single day. That setup gives the story a really tight, fast-paced feel, but it's also packed with so much grit and detail that it feels like you've gone through an entire lifetime with these characters. The setting, the streets of Los Angeles, becomes a character on its own. The movie takes you deep into neighborhoods you don't usually see in Hollywood films, and it's shot in a way that makes you feel like you're actually there, right alongside Alonzo and Jake. You can practically feel the heat, smell the streets, and hear the tension in every corner. The production ventured into some of the city's less privileged neighborhoods, which often brought the crew into areas controlled by gangs. Despite what could have been a tense environment, Denzel Washington stayed calm and focused throughout the shoot. Interestingly, he has mentioned that filming Training Day didn't faze him at all. In fact, there was only one other project in his entire career where he felt genuinely afraid while working on set. Now let's talk tone. This movie is intense. It's not just action-packed. Don't worry, there's plenty of action, but it's psychological too. Every conversation, every decision pushes you closer to the edge, and just when you think you know where things are going, it surprises you. The script, written by David Ayer, is sharp and full of memorable dialogue. Alonzo's famous lines are real, raw, and gritty all the way through. But Training Day isn't just a straight-up action thriller. It's a movie with layers. It dives deep into themes like power, corruption, loyalty, and what it takes to survive in environments where the line between good and evil blurs. It makes you question, how far would you go to do the right thing, and how easy is it to slide into the wrong thing when survival is on the line? Plus, it's not just about the two leads. The supporting cast, featuring actors like Scott Glenn, Eva Mendes, and Dr. Dre, adds more depth and tension. Now, I've got to warn you, this movie is not for kids. It's violent, gritty, and very raw. But that's also what makes it so powerful. It's not trying to sugarcoat anything, and it doesn't wrap everything up in a neat bow. The ending will leave you thinking, and maybe a little shaken. So, bottom line, Training Day is a gripping, character-driven thriller that stands the test of time. Denzel Washington delivers one of the most unforgettable performances in film history, and the story keeps you locked in from beginning to end. If you haven't seen it, it's a must-watch, especially if you like crime dramas with a lot of moral complexity and great performances. That's it for this review. Let me know in the comments. What did you think of Training Day? Is it one of your favorite Denzel movies? Or does another one top it? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more movie reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And as always, leave us a balcony seat.
It's all there.
Sure.
If you don't believe me, you can count it yourself.
Whatever. Alonzo pulled off a miracle, eh? Times are tight. Scared up a lot of cash.
What do you jack, Holmes?
I don't know. He jacked Roger. Lasted the fool, huh?
Alonzo Holmes, I think he's a low-down, dirty, ruthless, by the way.